they were not good at the start of their matches. They were both 4-1 down, ended up going absolutely crazy towards the end. So maybe this is where Daryl Gurney can kick in after his first max of the day.
Just break off to see if he can fill it up. Yeah, just a further footnote. I mentioned that semi-final, 4 quarter-finals last year for Noppert on the Euro Tour. His last 6 European Tour events of the season, though, yielded just 3 wins. As Gurney rattles in the third 180 of the match, and in his most recent European Tour match, he was absolutely walloped by Mike de Decker 6-0 in Prague as well. So, yeah, Noppert comes into this European Tour-wise looking to address 1 or 2 things.
Just has to address the angle. Little shrug of the shoulders.
17.
And a chance for Noppert to get a break of throw.
86.
This would sting a little bit because Gurney's had 2 maximums in this leg.
Double 7.
72. Darrell, you require 32.
Next door.
Gouge on the 4th leg. Darrell Gurney.
A little bit of a gritting of the teeth there from Daryl Gurney, who was not happy with the way he's playing so far, but it could have been a lot worse.
Field, whichever bracket you look at, whether it's on the floor, in the big tournaments, generally, he is right up there.
And people seem to forget just how long Danny's been regarded as this kind of world-class player. It's about a decade now. It's before he joined the PDC system. Lakeside finalist, of course.
Danny required
He's been super consistent for over 10 years. But he may just be about to go 4-2 down if Gurney can find the biggest finish of this contest so far.
119.
Well, here we go. Gurney, 62 away, gets the 36 for 26. And that is another feather in the cap of Daryl Gurney. 15 darter. It's a holder throw, but in many ways it felt like a break, actually, the way that he took that one out.
Well, hasn't gone right today, but the doubles have delivered again. What he's doing here is what he did yesterday. High 50s percentage-wise.
Yeah, and already there's a sense here that if Gurney can post, well, certainly 1 treble would be nice, 2 would be a bonus.
437.
And he has got 2, and all of a sudden now he's got real fire in his belly for another breaker throw. 82 points away. Noppert needs something significant here.
Darrell, you require 82.
Well, that's okay. He's in position, but Gurney might not give him the chance. 57. Tops for Gurney for 5-2. And I've got to say, Paul, the finishing 5 out of 8 from Gurney right now. It has been pretty much spot on. Gurney down to a throw first on his throw, down to a finish first, and he might well finish it here and now. Not to be.
That'll do very nicely. A double away from a 6-2 victory and a place in the final day. I just wonder if he's got some sort of mini vendetta with Bunting or Wattimena, because revenge seems to be his motivation this weekend.
Well, here we go. Another match start comes and goes, but no mistake this time around from Daryl Gurney, who exacts his revenge for that defeat by Danny Noppert at the UK Open last weekend. A very different outcome this time around in Visa.
It would not surprise you if he did something similar this year. However, he perhaps hasn't started this year like we've seen him play in the last couple of years in the Pro Tour. So I think he's still looks a little bit rusty to me.
Yeah, he's about 5% down, but it was a very difficult standard to maintain.
434.
I mean, last year, we're talking about a Hall of Fame guy here who, let's face it, bettered his personal best average twice. Bullseye for Woody.
Good.
Oh, and that one popped lovely, didn't it? Made a different noise, that bullseye. It was so central.
Game.
What a start from Luke Woodhouse. Hit a beautiful 130 checkout, an important one yesterday, his win over Cedric Wagemans.
He's going to have to wait till later to see Dimitri Vandenberg taking on Martin Schindler, who ended last night rather well. Didn't start his night very well, but he ended it well.
140.
That's a forceful 140 there from Woody.
130.
Dan mentioned that Woody had one of these yesterday on the bull. Gary doesn't get there.
58. They could have gone 110.
One trouble combo for a 2-0 lead. He has the treble. Double 16. 2-0 Luke Woodhouse. A couple of brilliant finishes in the opening couple of legs.
And Clayton's performance was incredibly well timed. Gary's displeased with how things are working on the stage here.
94.
He's got that look in his eyes, as if to say, I'm not happy about something. And when he gets displeased about something, Woody's got a problem.
Yes. He is an anger-fueled 180 machine.
Nobody epitomises the attitude of,
38.
I'm annoyed about something, so I'm going to take it out on the board more than Gary Anderson. Okay, I didn't expect him to do this. And I think he's done that because he doesn't like the 60.
78. They could have gone 170.
Possibly. Well, Luke Woodhouse, he's had 124 and 110. This is harder again. But it's possible. Oh, he couldn't do it for a third leg running, could he? Yes, he could! Luke Woodhouse is finishing everything at the start of this one.
Fourth leg, Luke to throw first.
3 words. For heaven's sake. Well, what finish is Luke going to leave now?
108.
Is there anything he can't deflect? He's playing this game like
81.
the pitcher in baseball is throwing a 75 mile an hour pitch, and he's Barry Bonds. Whack, out the park every time.
$130.
My word. Well, Luke Woodhouse finishing from the gods in the first 3 legs. The scoring is now turned up. And he looks in complete control. Can he just stay in this zone? Yes, he can. 11 darter from Woody.
Fifth leg, Gary to throw first. Game.
Oh, he sped that up a bit.
Problem is, when he does that every now and again, he thinks, I think that works.
And sometimes it does, that's the thing. I just don't know if it's wise.
85.
We have seen somebody on the Pro Tour this year from Scotland lose from 5-0 up. Greg Ritchie on the Pro Tour. Sorry, Greg.
Gary across 16.
Probably doesn't want us to mention that. Great guy for 8.
Gary's on the 7th leg.
1 down, 4 to go.
Hey,
Can
Gary,
Woody
Luke to throw first.
deflect
Game.
Gary one more time?
Well, he's had a 170, a 124, 110, and then some piddly little checkouts of 80 and 51. He has not missed a dart at double. He could win it with a 144. The first dart he misses at double in the whole game is for the match.
Well, that will just annoy Anderson. The first one goes flat.
80.
Wicked deflection on dart
Luke
2.
require 24.
And he's on a bogey number with Woodhouse on a match dart.
Take this out in this visit, and it remains one of the best displays of finishing we've seen on the European Tour. And all of a sudden it might get silly.
That'll annoy Gary even more.
135.
Now, what does he do?
Luke requires 6.
Does he go down to the trapdoor at double 3? Or does he fancy a little bit of Desmond?
Double 3 will do it. Luke Woodhouse has just put in a sensational display.
On this stage over the last 2 years. And who's to say what 2025 will bring for him as well? Tough opening assignment, though, for him, I've got to say.
140.
Pietreczko has already fast emerged as one of these dangerous candidates that you don't really want to face on the opening day of any campaign. And he's already had the opportunity to warm into this one as well. And clearly has a liking for the European Tour stage when the mood takes him. But Chizzy's in good shape here already on throw. 9 darts thrown, down to 81. Pietreczko looking to
100.
make it competitive.
81.
And if he starts off with an 11 darter, that might just set the tone very nicely indeed.
Dave Chisnall.
And Dave Chisnall
to throw first.
not wanting to become the 3rd seeded casualty in as many matches so far today. It's been some start. Just the one last 16 appearance this year so far as well from his first 4. But yeah, the scoring in the main on the Pro Tour hasn't been good, hasn't been strong. Plenty of 85s, 86s.
82. Ricardo required 161.
Wasn't likely in the last leg. Not likely in this leg either.
86. David required 105.
Treble 18 is found for a 105 checkout. And the first ton plus finish of the match, and Dave Chisnall is now playing proper darts. The last 2 legs, look at that, 25 darts to win him in total.
$140. Ricardo requires 62.
It's been a while since he had a crack at a double. Let's see how he fares here. If he gets the chance, he should do. Just the 1 dart. And it's off target.
David required 154.
And Dave Chisnall has a chance to win it here and now on the Pietreczko throw.
Just correcting Dave Chisnall. Thought he had 86 left. It was actually 85.
Ricardo requires 60.
I thought you said 76, actually.
Oh.
Anyway. Either way, it's a good job he checked.
Yeah. Course-to-Fiend knows.
Game show.
And Ricardo does know where the doubles are.
9th leg, it's Dave to throw first. Game on.
Well, it was Charlie who was reffing when Chizzy had that big query at the Worlds, wasn't it? Chizzy looks far from happy, and little wonder as well. Looks a very agitated figure out there. Once again, the first dart is absolutely miles away from the treble.
46. David requires 78.
He's gone there thinking, I can put some real pressure on Dave Chisnall here. This could still be salvaged. Break the throw, then hold. Would make it very dangerous. And Pietreczko's only got to 170 as Chisnall gets his first dart for the match.
58.
He cannot take it, but Pikachu, surely he's not close enough. The 161s haven't looked likely. The 170s look equally unlikely.
Cue the big fish after after all that. I can't see it. And once again, that first dart at the treble, he knows it. He almost had that reaction lined up, ready to go. I felt there, Pietreczko.
David required 20.
It has been one of the features of his performance so far, along with a lot of other missteps here and there. Same can be said for Chizzy, who has been better significantly, but it's been far from convincing. But a double 10 and a double 5 for a 6-3 win. And Dave Chisnall, as was the case in Antwerp in the final at the end of last season.
Let's face facts, of all of the home nation qualifiers, if you were given that draw, the one person you didn't want to get was Francois.
140.
Now that he's through that, the shackles can come off. It's a brilliant start from Wesselmania.
58.
That's going to catch on. Plenty of Welsh flags out there this afternoon.
Yeah, there we see. There's 2 or 3 of them who've made the journey. I mean, they may even live in Belgium, who knows? But yeah, they've made the journey here. Let's assume they have travelled over. And great to see them. And Johnny Clayton, no doubt, will really appreciate that as well.
Absolutely.
I'm sure Gerwyn Price will too later on.
80. Wrestle you require 85.
But Wessel Nijman well in control of this one on throw, and a potential 11 darter to start things off. Double 14 just outside the wire, and a 12 darter will do very nicely indeed. That's more like it. Now, I've got to say, Wessel started really well yesterday, 3-0 up against Francois Schweyen.
Because he is one of 2 people who have a double green jacket winning time of it in Graz.
180. Johnny required 92.
Yeah, nice turbo charge there from Nijman. Really speeded up effectively with that third dart, but Johnny Clayton here looking at double 8.
84.
He's way inside as well.
Wrestle you requires 75.
Now 75 again. This time he's got 3 darts in hand.
And it will be a different route. 12s for a 2-1 lead.
51.
Ask
Johnny
the question,
require 8.
can you afford to do that against Clayton, the number 6 seed? Apparently you can right now.
Wrestle you required 24.
Well, pivotal moment, you feel this. Oh, he's downstairs. 12s to 6 to 3s, and
18.
he still can't find it.
Johnny required
And Johnny
2.
Clayton, having missed darts at double 4 and double 2, is now in the madhouse. He's nudged the wire with his first attempt, almost ruining that one in, and he does get
Johnny
over the
Clayton.
line in the end. And Johnny Clayton with a 20 dart break of throw.
Actually, nothing for me. I might see what's happening in Alst.
55.
Oh, this one's very much in the balance. Clayton's got the throw, but Nijman has nicked it. And that's what he can do.
180.
That is just glorious to watch, isn't it? Just that gradual increase in tempo between darts 2 and 3 and between 1 and 2. And
100.
there was something just so fluid about that.
So exciting to watch. 4 maximums now to Johnny's none. 25 this time is a setup shot. And it gives him a tie game. A perfectly timed and second 12 darter of the contest for Nijman.
Game on.
But anything could happen in the next 15 minutes.
Yeah, just going back to that missed dart at double 12 when he could have gone 2-1 up. May well prove to be, I said at the time, it could be a big turning point, and it may still well prove to be, but I think
140.
Wessel will be much happier with where he is right now. By the same token, he knows he's still got bags of work to do. But Johnny is just hanging in there now, just sticking around.
Oh,
and every now and then he just gives you a little nudge and a little reminder.
that look down the lens and that ferret finger had a bit of extra sauce on it.
138. Johnny
But
required
this
41.
isn't finished yet, is it, Johnny? Now it is.
On the 7th leg.
Break
Johnny
back
Clayton.
for the ferrets. Yes,
Eighth
anything
leg is
could
Johnny
still
to throw
happen
first.
in the next
Game
10
on.
minutes.
Johnny would have been hoping for a little bit more from that particular visit, because Wessel Nijman can just pounce all over this.
180.
And that is a 5th 180 of the match for Nijman.
140. That's all you require.
But we know that Johnny
121.
Clayton can deflect people who do that with an abundant amount of other stuff. But Nijman on the ball finally finds it, and he's hit the ball on the ball, and he's just hit Johnny Clayton's speciality shot.
Game on.
And what does Nijman do from 309? Should be bull.
119.
Good idea,
Johnny
just misses out.
167.
Yeah, shame about the execution, but it was the right way to go. Johnny Clayton chips off 80 plus
97.
the 17 as well. So, yeah, in position once again. 6 starts from there as well, with Nijman having failed to find that 25.
Hold on tight. What happens next? Waiting on combinations.
140.
It is his biggest
Johnny
strength.
requires 70.
He needs it now.
Yeah, I've got to say, it's the sort of match that perhaps deserves a final leg. And that is exactly what we have. Johnny Clayton with another touch of class and another moment of magic.
It's Vessels to throw first.
And a match that has produced brilliance in instalments in this one. Just to reassert his authority or strengthen his position.
Doesn't look worried.
No.
Never has done throughout the game.
Been there, done it.
59.
He's won some of the biggest prizes in the game. And maybe, just maybe, Johnny Clayton is enjoying a new lease of life as a 50-something now.
Do you know what? If I was going to associate one word with Johnny Clayton through this, it would be withstand. He's withstood everything Westall's thrown at him, and he's within 106 points of a brilliant win.
106.
Yeah, he's just weathered the storm whenever the storm has materialised. 68 away.
98.
Might finish the game on 1-1.
Well,
He's hoping he doesn't.
hoping he doesn't have to go there.
39.
Yeah, Nijman just seems to be running out of steam now. So Johnny Clayton potentially for a 13 dart break of throw. 2 match darts have come and gone. 3 match darts have come and gone.
Now what does Nijman do on 1-3-3? Does he go 19s first? He's thinking about a game plan. He's going to go 60.
Well, with that, the options just dried up completely.
57. Johnny required 8.
Johnny Clayton, 3 match darts have come and gone. The tally stops at 4 because with his 5th match dart, Johnny Clayton wins an absolute epic tussle against Nijman, who certainly played his part in what was a really special encounter.
Got fans of everybody in here today. Cross fan, a Dimitri fan, loads of Johnny Clayton fans. They're going to be happy right now.
Yeah, they were noisy, weren't they, for Johnny Clayton? In what was a strange old game with Nijman. Some brilliant stuff in there. Ooh, nothing to dread about this for Rob Cross. Oh, can continue the little run, but he sets it up very nicely.
110.
What triple combo?
They're going at it on the 54 today. You can just tell. Great shot. Right in the middle of tops.
And do you know what? You don't see that treble 18 for the 110 very often. But there's a lot of good things about it. Well, look, I said at the start of this, let's watch Ross Smith, how he uses the board, because sometimes I think it leaves a lot to be desired. I think it's been absolutely brilliant so far.
Yeah, that angle of entry, it's about 35 degrees.
140.
Have you not brought your set square?
I didn't. I forgot it. It was in my other bag. As you can see, Cross is similar, but it's not as upright.
Ross requires 76.
Oh, this is very impressive here from Ross Smith. We can take a 3-1 lead. Double 8. Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with this.
You are right. Combination finishes, plenty of, and on top of that, no missed darts at double yet.
Yeah, so when I said absolutely nothing wrong with this, literally nothing has gone wrong in that respect. To be fair, the first few legs of the match, Sebring Highballs was playing amazingly, wasn't he? He was averaging a ton for the first 4 or 5 legs. Took everybody by surprise, including Ross Smith.
85.
Now, for a 4-visit leg, another break and a 4-1 lead, and a stranglehold on this game to the 22nd. Bullseye. The first start at double missed.
72.
Wasn't far away. At the smallest target. Right down the neck. It's going to be double 18. That single 20 was too risky. But there was nothing risky about that. Another crisp double 18 to get back within 1. He needed that.
Oh.
112.
Well, 283 for me is a 19s shot, but you're not going to get that from Smudger. He's just going to blitz the 60 again.
Why not? When you can do that. It is a 5th 180. for Ross Smith. There's only a couple of legs in which he hasn't here, Max.
People will be saying to their smart devices right now, Ross Smith can't lose this game. Averaging what he's doing and the way he's playing. Oh, he can. If he doesn't hit this 83 more, but he might. It's so good.
We saw an astonishing display of finishing earlier on from Luke Woodhouse and taking out Gary Anderson. It does surprise you that Ross Smith hasn't, his highest average full stop is 113. That's the only time he's averaged more than that Risa performance. You would think with the way he scores and everything that he's one of those players that might do 120 one day. But this is an utterly spellbinding performance. Rob Cross is needed to take out this just to stay in, and he won't. He's done nothing wrong, Rob Cross. He has just been overpowered.
Ross has hit everything apart from one bullseye shot. Literally everything. He has hit someone from the Premier League with a giant-sized sledgehammer, and Smudger is clearly into Sunday. That was incredible.
Again, doing everything possible to allow Smith back into this one.
Have you consumed any of Damon Heta's latest social media content?
127.
Some, but
We'll return to that as he looks at 127. Bullseye.
102.
But I've got a feeling it's not what you're about to refer to.
Dear me. Very messy stuff from Michael Smith here. As good as he was last night, it's been pretty poor to start this one. No mistake from Heta with a big number. All the double eights. 2-0 to Damon, who is, or has been doing of late, his daily dose of Damo on social media as Michael Smith attacks his points, roughing him up.
Well, he'll fancy his chances from here. Can't find the treble 20 that would have left a shot at double 19, but
58. Michael 167.
given the way that Smith has played, I'll be surprised if this 167 goes.
He's had a look at 170, 167 and 160, and the first start in all of them has been in the 1.
60.
And that wry smile tells you that he's brutally aware of that as well. Tops here for Heta for 4-0. Well, you said it was going to be quick, whatever the outcome. I did not think it would be quick in this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Heta must be in this position now where obviously he's delighted that he's 4-0 up, but he must be thinking in the back of his mind, is Michael suddenly going to address whatever needs addressing? It doesn't look as though he will, and once again he's found a single one with his second dart this time. The first dart was very close to the one as well. But he needs to not fall into that trap of becoming sympathetic to Michael Smith's plight. He just needs to keep pressing on, and so far he's doing a very good job of that, I have to say. 85 away.
56. David, you require 85.
Australian sportsmen aren't renowned for their mercy towards their opponents.
Far from it.
Double 14 for an 11 darter. No problem, no mercy, no hope for Michael Smith by the looks of it.
Let Damon to throw first. Game on. 93. Michael 158.
There's a chance Damon Heta might be bringing it to an end pretty swiftly. Michael Smith won't take the 158, and Damon Heta, who is on a run of hitting 4 doubles in a row in this game, may get a match-winning dart here.
Yeah, he's really sharpened up over the course of the last 3 or 4 legs, and he's found the treble 18. Bullseye.
99.
First match start comes and goes.
98.
Will he get another chance in this leg?
Double-double. There's the first. He cannot get the second, and Damon Heta is going to get more darts to whitewash the former champion of the world. Double 8. For the biggest win he has ever had over Michael Smith. Only his 3rd win over the bully boy, who shakes his head. He could not get anything going in that game, and the Aussie #1 showed no mercy whatsoever. No quarter given.
And that was enough for him to lose the leg.
Yeah, and such are the levels.
97.
Even in an opening, or for Bunting, an opening match on the European Tour, such are the levels that he knows that there are going to be occasions where you simply just have to be switched on for every possible opportunity.
41.
Can you imagine what it's going to be like for Stephen to walk out at Liverpool? Oh my. That'll be a bit like Jermaine walking out at Rotterdam.
Yeah, I mean, this is... what I was alluding to earlier. They're the sorts of occasions where Bunting
60. Jermaine
can just rediscover
44.
that feel-good factor, the antidote that he really needs. 44 here for Wattimena.
12.
Just the 12 scored, couldn't find a way through with those 2 attempts at double 16, but he will return with Bunting on 283.
Being a Premier League player in a European Tour event is no guarantee of success. Just look at Rob Cross against Ross Smith. Rob was very good. Ross Smith
57.
was tournament
Jermaine 32.
average best Ross Smith.
Game shot
And Jermaine is 2-0 up.
Jermaine Wattimena.
Yeah, that's a 13 darter
Third
as
leg,
well.
it's Jermaine to throw first.
Tell that to Argentina as well. Lost the opening game at the World Cup, came back and won it.
60.
There are so many sporting examples of that.
Thousands.
You want to go with darts? What about
140.
Andy Hamilton at the match play against Simon Whitlock? He was 15-8 down and he won the last 9 legs.
Well, Wattimena will be thrilled to bits with the start that he's made.
93. Jermaine requires 64.
Potential 14 darter, single 8, so 16 for tops for a 3-0
Game shot
cushion.
the third leg.
And
Jermaine Wattimena.
the finishing,
Fourth leg, it's Stephen to throw first.
barring
Game
those
on.
2 opportunities at double 16 when Bunting was a significant way away.
This is an unchecked box. Back in 2019 at the ridiculously hot Czech Darts Open, he lost to Jamie Hughes. Lost the German Darts Open final to Ratajski a couple of years ago as well. But I think getting a European Tour title in 2025 is very close to the top of his list.
I was just about to say, I mean, I think overall there are signs of life here for Bunting, but Wattimena just keeps on coming up with the necessary responses whenever Bunting posts something healthy.
97. Jermaine require 87.
And he's in position again after 9 darts down to 87. Terrific leg of darts this, actually. Double 5.
77. Stephen, you require
Opportunity
84.
knocks for Bunting. Is it the bull or 12s? It's 12s. It's
Game
brilliant.
shot the fifth leg.
Exactly
Stephen
what he
Bunting.
needed. An 11-dart break.
Sixth leg, it's Stephen to throw first.
And this game
Game on.
is back on throw. Not at his best confident level at the early part of this season, so they could be meeting in the middle, and that's why it's 3-3. This is what's so great about darts.
140.
We don't have
Jermaine
draws.
require 109.
Someone's going to win this game.
23. Stephen, you require 64.
15 scores of 130 or more. I'm guessing the majority of those are 140 or more as well. Been a really good standard from these two, both
Game shot in the
threatening
seventh
big
leg.
averages, and Stephen Bunting threatening what would be
Eighth
a
leg, it's
fight
Stephen
back
to
from
throw
3-0
first.
down to take
Game
this one.
on.
4 legs without reply, 15 darter. A further chance to build some impetus here for Bunting, but the 167 is off beam already.
55.
And he would have been wanting a little bit more than that as well with Wattimena on 204. This has just opened the door a little bit for Wattimena to get back into this.
Well, this could be possibly the worst leg of the match.
Require 112.
If we don't see a ton plus check out from either Stephen or Jermaine right here in leg 8. That wasn't meant to happen.
That leaves double 14.
Triple lipstick.
Indeed. And Stephen Bunting just had to take a moment there after that little slip-up.
84.
And I just wonder whether that loss of
Jermaine
momentum
require
between
104.
throws 2 and 3 had an impact there.
Oh, he got past it. What a shot for tops.
64.
That second dart was incredible.
Stephen
But it is going to be the worst leg of the
28.
match. Stephen doesn't care. If it's a 5th straight leg, he will be very pleased.
Yeah, by hook or by crook, as some might say.
Game on the 8th leg.
And
Stephen Bunting,
despite that
ninth
little
leg,
wobble when he hit the
first.
double 12 rather than the single, not a costly one, because Bunting
100.
has just picked off another leg, statistically his worst leg of the match, but this is where Wattimena can get back into it to an extent. It would just be a hold of throw, but importantly it would just stop that flow of Bunting legs. 5 on the spin, but Bunting will want to give himself something if we do move forward into the next leg, and that might just be what he needs. He might well lose this leg, and he probably will, but that might be very, very significant.
It could be. Watching what Stephen did pre-180 there, he had a bad visit, he went back to the table, sip of water, dabbed the hand, then hit the max. It was all part of the process.
Yeah, doesn't want to go into that next leg, if there is one, on a downer.
99. Jermaine requires 68.
As it is, there is a little bit of pressure now on this 68 because Bunting is in position. Double 4 here for Wattimena. Nervous times, double 2.
64.
And to his credit, Stephen Bunting, who was a little bit off in this leg, has suddenly got himself into position. He's kept on going. He's recovered well. And that 180 has made all the difference.
Absolutely. Goes through the process once again. Looking to finish the job with 6 straight legs. It's brilliant. Tenacity of the finest order. Wattimena was 3-0 up. And he hasn't really come to terms with this one, because he's in shell-shock mode after losing the last 6 legs of this one. Bunting has a win on the stage. And there are words at the end of this one. We'll get to the bottom of that one. Wattimena's out. Bunting will play Gurney tomorrow.
I think he was just thinking, is there anything funky I can do here? And he realised, no, there isn't, just hit a big treble. He was unable to produce it. Richie Edhouse do something funky, where you tried, the 25 would have got him to a finish.
Yeah, Nathan's game looks more comfortable right now than it has
162.
over the previous 6 months or so. The tenacity and the drive has never been in question.
135.
But you get the feeling he has to work harder
32.
to get the results he wants. It's when he can have a little bit of comfort. That's when he's at his most dangerous. Brilliant. Really good leg in response to a 14-darter. Nathan goes one better.
Well, the best stuff I've seen from him lately. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, yeah. That's incredible. Now, I don't know if my eyes deceive me, but these points look fresh for Edhouse, and they're working a treat, especially in the scoring department. 117 in the front 9.
58.
You know, the thing about Richie Edhouse isn't playing at that amazing level he was playing last year at the minute. I'll take it back. He is. He can use that. He doesn't.
69. Nathan, you require
Had it surrounded.
164.
Aspinall's got a lot of fans in this audience. They don't want to go home disappointed. Oh, it's so close. Perturbed by his own flight.
96. Richie required 12.
We have had a 13-darter so far in the match from Nathan, and now we got one from Richie.
Richie Edhouse.
Great sequence of legs.
Fifth leg, it's Richie to throw first.
This is right up there with one of the best performances Edhouse has ever had.
But a one treble if he gets him to a single to double. One treble for Richie Edhouse getting 3 clear darts at a double.
I think he's enjoying this atmosphere, as he should. He's not enjoying dart 2. I still don't see the advantage of using the bullseye with the switch for Edhouse.
Yeah, I wasn't keen.
I don't mind the 18s first on 140, but surely you've got to use 25 second on.
Yeah. That's what I was expecting. We didn't see it. So some interesting use of the board from Richie Edhouse. I'm not sure it's in his best interest, but it is single to double for Nathan. And quite good at this so far.
40.
Not on this occasion.
Richie require 84.
Won't miss the single. Doesn't. Ball.
Oh,
it's crucial.
Richie Edhouse.
Look at the relief on the face of Edhouse. He has crushed the confidence of this Weezer crowd. Look at that.
Game on.
Huge shot for a 5-3 lead.
Biggest check out of the match. And an absolute sickener for Nathan Aspinall. 2 darts missed for a level game at 4-all. All of a sudden, he is broken and Richie Edhouse is thrown for the match. And even if he doesn't get it done here, he'd throw for the match in the last leg decider if we go the distance.
You know this phrase, box office, when it's associated with players?
97.
It's too widely used. Maybe the most box office player on the planet is Nathan Aspinall.
99.
Because wherever he goes, whoever he plays, wherever it is, you can't miss it.
No need for the 14s. So it becomes a setup to...
84.
Is that what he wanted? I don't think it was.
It's going to have to do. And if he hits it with his first dart,
59.
it will be a third 13 darter of this match to take it all the way. Double 5, what does he want to do? He's not going to risk it. Great play. Superb last dart. Just for a millisecond he's thinking, if I got the luxury of busting it. Got to stay there now. Got to fill the basket.
That is sensational from Nathan Aspinall. He's had a perfect scoring visit in each of the last 3 legs, but Richie Edhouse could win it here. He does not get the second treble he required.
86.
Well, if Nathan takes this out,
Nathan require 143.
he'll be digging so deep, his hand will be 10 feet underground. Can he do it? It's one of the most difficult shots on the board.
Can't get it started. Look at him. He was desperate to close out the game with 6 perfect darts, and he is now relying on Edhouse missing.
But the approach shot is not good. Edhouse gets his chance to end this epic last game of the afternoon.
Double 10 for the European champion. Edhouse overcomes Aspinall, but he was pushed all the way. It is an impressive fight from the Asp, but not enough to stop Richie Edhouse.